Hello and pleasant good afternoon to each and every one of you. As always, it is the Commandante, Subcommandante Zero, Pope Peter Emanuel I, the one and only globally registered voodoo master, witch doctor. You see, when you're in a competition and everybody else is a doctor and you feel the need to be a doctor too, except for those whom knows His Holiness and who defer to him as Dr. Pope Peter Emanuel, His Holiness has conveyed upon himself the title of witch doctor and the title of voodoo master, which no one else possesses, and that sets him apart from everyone else. On today, I wanted to, I'd like to speak quick and fast, and, I just don't have that capability. I don't have that capability. I'm going to pause the video to take this call. Well, I actually had to take this call from a member of the flock, an elderly man, about 81, 82 years old. What was I saying earlier? This actual video is a response to the declaration of the Right Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, calling on the people on the island of Dominica to have intercourse and to produce more babies. And I realized that the Prime Minister must have actually went insane, and he might not be, just like Donald Trump. Maybe he's not suited anymore for leadership, because the thing that he called for, first of all, it's not feasible. And by the time they would have attained the age of majority, what would they contribute? He say he needs 40,000 people, which sounds to me very personal, very what you call personality cult-ish. He need another 40,000 people on the island, and the only way he could achieve that is by immigration. But one of the things we wanted to highlight, and what the elders and all the cardinals asked me to address to you today, is that so the cardinals told me and advised me, when I speak as the Pope and as the voodoo master and as the witch doctor, and I address the Right Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, to say that the doctor himself have some deficiencies of leadership, and demonstrate a certain level of bankruptcy of vision, and have made some very poor decisions. We have before, and we never recognized, we never listened to, so people think we're just papi shoes, or what they call a juju, or what some lady told me the other day. She said, be careful, they might take you for a magi. So I guess Mr. Levi Peter must believe we are magi. So is the new Miss Etienne at the registry, and who else? I think we sent 3 letters that were returned, and we said they were returned because Mr. Levi Peter is very upset. We forced Mr. Levi Peter to spend about 100,000 United States dollars on legal fees, when he could have spent a what's his phone Digicel call, $5, and call His Holiness and quash the entire thing and just find out what our grievances were. And he didn't do that. And he went and he hired a fat white woman to represent the government of Dominica and the people of Dominica. This is how sophisticated the voodoo movement and the army of Macandal is. We see we are soldiers of the pen. You see, we don't carry machetes. We don't carry machine guns. We don't tell people we will shoot you or we'll hash you and throw you in the river. We don't do that. We speak eloquently and we present ourselves beautifully. Look at me. What can you say? First of all, we're in a state of war and we're under siege. And when you're at war and you're under siege, you ain't got time to put on nice clothes and nice dandan and shave and put on your makeup to get on television to speak to the people. So I'm saying this man is a hypocrite. This man is an idiot to say such a thing, and that's a disrespect and a degradation of the people. While on the other hand, we ourselves are in favor and call for population growth. We want population growth in the United States of America. We want the African peoples to double the population from 40 million to 80 million in 10 years. And we call for the creation of a larger pool of women, because women are the ones who keep a tribe going. Women are the ones who do every goddamn thing. You men ain't worth shit, okay? You ain't nothing, you ain't man but a piece of fucking shit. Wasn't it for these women? And that's why in our movement we worship and we take care of our women. And guess what? We say yes. We must take care of the women folk and those who bear the children. And we need to go into a season of children bearing here in the United States of America. You see, God bless the United States of America unlike any other place in the world. So Roosevelt Skerrit and the leadership of the Labour Party have been in power for 20 years, and 20 years is a generation. And the majority of people that have become of age under this leadership and under this current leader are ill-disciplined people, people weak in knowledge, caught up in the, what we call people today, voyeurism. Everybody is voyeuristic today with social media. The young girls, they say, look at me, ain't I pretty? Don't you like that smile? Don't you like that outfit? Oh, look at my booty. And I'm saying, of course I like it. Of course it's nice. They want to do mass seduction, and guess what? Even the holiest of holy, a pope, is being seduced by these people. And I'm saying to them, where are you? Call me, text me. My number is 214-394-7864. Hit me up on WhatsApp. Hit me up on the Instagram. Hit me on the Snapchat. So that's the world we live in. And all over the world, you know, people overpaying for mobile service. They think that the internet is in a mobile phone. They've never had the luxury and the comfort to have an actual internet service at the residences and to experience true bandwidth and to have access to a computer, a real computer, not just a tablet or something like that. And so this is why I'm saying the Prime Minister insulted a lot of people and a lot of his base, because what he's saying is not feasible. People who know today, who are parents, are bearing a very, very heavy burden. This life is hard. The economics is very difficult. So much so that I must have a sip of wine at this moment to help to clear my mind. Okay? So Skerrit is bankrupt as a leader. Bankrupt of ideas. One of the things people always make is this mistake. He had this grandiose idea of tourism and the grandiose idea of a 5-star hotel and Jungle Bay. And to my dear friend Sam Raphael, I want you to know I keep you in my thoughts. I know you mean well, and in time and in due time, and with the power of my voodoo, you will succeed. But I want to tell the leadership that you're all just ignorant and stupid, because you see, tourism is nothing but subservient jobs. And it is very dependent, as you can see. COVID has killed it. Okay? It's killed. There's only one set of work and jobs in this world today that are COVID resilient. And those people who have the ability for those things are still doing well and are living, especially here in the United States of America. So what I'm saying to you is, you are bankrupt to come out and say you need 40,000 people, like, you know, Dominica is Skerrit and Skerrit is Dominica. You sound like a Duvalier now, okay? It's not for you, it's for the island itself. And the only way you can achieve a population growth in that magnitude that would be of value now is through immigration. And the only place you can get so many people is probably from Haiti. But the problem you don't realize is that even people from Haiti who have came to Dominica do not intend to stay in Dominica, and even they find their own. It's a launching pad, as you always say, to get to Guadeloupe, to get to Martinique, which immediately puts you in the European Union. So I think if you're in the European Union, I don't know what IDs you need to fly from Guadeloupe to France, or if you can get on a ship. So right there you get to Europe. And then if you get to St. Martin, it's the same thing. And if you get to the Virgin Islands or to Puerto Rico, you're in the United States of America. So these people, they want to get to Miami. They want to get to Miami. And some want to get to Paris. So even if they come, and even if they stay long enough and they get settled, it's just like I heard Balthazar Watts is here now, and we're getting ready to find him, to serve him. Even how old you become and you get that green card, you're still going to come to the United States of America. Who doesn't want to see Walmart in real? Or go to Target? Or get next day Amazon? Or be in a place where the electricity never goes off but for a few hours? And when there's a flood and a disaster on the other side, in a matter of 6 to 8 months or 9 months, everything is rebuilt. Such a vast economic power, economies of scale. So anyway, to the dear leader, what did I see in the crystal ball? It's time for you to come home. Time for you to come home to the United States of America, for you and Melissa to take up your residency in Fort Lauderdale, and for you to, you must always, you see, one of the biggest problems we have in trading, right? You're trading, you're making money, making a lot of money. One day you come, your money just so much, and you just expect it to do so much, and suddenly, bam, something happens. In a matter of seconds, you're down. And one thing you have to learn in this thing is the timing is everything. Knowing when to cash in and to get out of the game while you're ahead. You see, you always want to sell when things are high and things are going up. And then if you sit there and think things will just go up and up forever and never have an end, you'll end up losing. And so sometimes you have to cut your losses, and other times you have to know when to take your profit. It's always best to exit when you have the control of your own exit. If you're working for somebody and you're going to go to do something else, whether to retire, to go to another job, it's best that you can do it on your own terms and not by them asking you to leave. And I say that to you because I'm old enough, I've lived long enough, and I know you're a young leader. And when I speak to the people who grew up under you, and I speak to your own people, I realize that you all have a knowledge gap. You all have no ideological footing. You all have no self-discipline and no real vision. Okay, it is sort of an opportunistic opportunity for personal gain. And when I look at the broader issues of colonialism and of the Caribbean and of North America and of the people in North America and the people in Africa and the newly arrived African immigrants and how it factors into the equation and the broader politics of the real politics. When I look into it and I put you within the analysis and you're here with your little flag calling yourself a nation. This is a nation. This is a country. They got battleships, they got missiles, they got helicopters, you know. They can print their own money as much as they want to. They can make $1 trillion a year. What can we do? We have to ask Europe to print our money for us. We have too many flags in our region. Too many artificial island nation states that are not viable. They're not viable. They're not economically viable. And the decisions you have made have been so far incorrect. And I believe, it's like Mr. Joshua Francis. He could not even run a family. He could not run a family. But yet he puts himself before the people and say, let me be your prince. You see, Pope Emmanuel have had the opportunity to raise a family and to work as an ordinary person in a society where all the cards were stacked against him. You see, until a man have done such things, you know, I see some men too, so young, you know, even like Obama. You don't know what these young women suffer from as a result of the intensity of that type of scrutiny and attention. And therefore, when one decides to take on certain roles, timing is very important. That time in your life, where it is you choose to take on a particular role and to play a particular role. While at this occasion, I had taken on the opportunity to play the role of Pope Emanuel and to play the role of the recreation of the conquering and avenging army of Francois Macandal. So, what I say to you in summary is that you've just shown the world the degree to which that you're not deserving to be addressed as doctor. To say so loosely, you know, 99% of the children that are given birth to on our island, including myself, are brought about outside of matrimony, outside of wedlock. And you say, oh, a little husband and a wife. There ain't too many husbands and wives out there, Mr. Prime Minister. And most people who get pregnant from having casual sex with an uncaring lover. And very often it's to the detriment of the relationship and of the upbringing of the offspring as well. So therefore, it does not mean that I'm not saying that we shouldn't form the breeding farms, but I'm saying to you, it will be of no consequence to you, because by the time these offsprings attain the age of majority, both you and I will most likely have gone on, or will be incapacitated, most likely, if we were that old, you know. And I, for one, have made a commitment to skip old age. Old age, I mean, who wants to have old age? You know what I'm saying? You want to claim the youth and to be strong like a bull. So On the one hand, I agree to the breeding farm. On the other hand, I'm telling you, you are bankrupt of ideas. The generation that grew up under you is totally ill-disciplined and fucked up. And all they know is Triple K music and WCK. And they don't know how to show discipline in public. They don't know how to dress right. They don't eat properly. And a whole lot of people under you are very, very, very unhealthy and very, very, very unattractive. And with that said, those of you who love us will continue to do so. And those of you who want to come to care for us will begin to do so. And soon in time, we'll be one people together, one people for the cause and for the rebuilding of Ham. And this is our message to Roosevelt Skerrit. This is our message from God's Electronic Army and God's Electronic Army Press. May God bless you. May you have a beautiful day. And may God forever continue to bless the United States of America unlike any other place in the world. God bless the United States of America. One day we hope that all the nations of the Caribbean will be able to draw closer to the United States of America because of the influences of the sons and the daughters of Ham, or rather the daughters and the sons of Ham. And as always, it's always a pleasure to speak with you, my dear leader and my dear brother. And I hope you will find reason and common sense in my analysis and in my reading and in my predictions. I've been around for a while. I saw Gaddafi. I saw Noriega. I saw Torrijos. I saw, he just passed away this week, Jerry Rawlings. That was a ruthless guy. Anyway, I saw Fidel. Yeah, we saw Fidel. We gotta go now. We don't like going though, but we gotta go. We got things to do, but we'll be back. Don't be afraid. We'll be here for you. Just call us. Just call. Hit us up on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, email, whatever you choose. And you can call 214-394-7864. The Voodoo Master.